This is probably the smallest ultra wide angle lens I have ever seen. Hey guys, Gabby here from Ray Studios, and today I'm gonna be taking a look at the Rockstar 14mm f4.5. First, let's do a quick unboxing. It comes in a pretty small box, as you can imagine, being a small lens. There is enough padding to protect this lens during transportation, and it also comes in this plastic bag to protect it from noise and dust. The lens, as I mentioned before, is really small, and it only has a focus ring. I have already mounted the Rockstar 14mm f4.5 on my Sony CB10, and you can see this is really small. Check that out. It's like a pancake lens, but keep in mind that that's quite difficult to do with a 14mm lens. Overall speaking, I would say the quality is pretty good. We have a metal cap and a metal rear mount, so it's all metal, but somehow it doesn't have that finesse that some of the fully manual lenses from China have, like the TT Artisans and the 7 Artisans. We only have one ring at the front, and that's the focus ring, that you have a very short trajectory, like somewhere around a quarter. You can see that in. Let me bring that closer, and that's about it. This has a fixed aperture of f4.5. To be honest, I do not mind that f4.5 fixed aperture, and that's because ultra wide angle lenses, except for some rare occasions, I tend to shoot them at f4 or even higher. I normally will shoot at f8 if there is enough light, and I usually shoot ultra wide when there is a lot of light, usually outdoor from landscapes. Now here it comes to the image quality, right? I have a lot of mixed feelings about this one. In the center, it's decently sharp, but it's nothing to write on about it. In the corners, well, those corners aren't particularly good. And remember, you cannot stop it down. It's f4.5 all the way. You cannot either stop it down or up or anything. So those corners first, and as you can see all the picture samples, they're very dark. Also, they're not very sharp either. So we didn't have a lot of sharpness in the center to begin with. It's decent, but it's not one of the sharpest lenses I ever tested. And when it comes to the corners, well, that's a bit disappointing, to be honest. I really wanted to love this lens, but I have problems loving it. One thing that is good is that we don't have much flare in this, and the flares, they come kind of nice patterns, but when you shoot a high contrast image, like when your subject is being illuminated from behind, we have a lot of highlights on the back, you're gonna drop massively on contrast, and this is a lens that doesn't have a lot of contrast to begin with. So image quality, I can say that is great. Like some of the other many lenses, these fully manual lenses that come from China, this is it's just okay. One thing that I forgot to mention, we have a 55mm filter thread at the front, and it's kind of like amazing that it takes filters because it's such a small lens. Maybe the filter might be as big as the lens, if not bigger. But generally speaking, I would say it's a lens that maybe it could potentially complement your Sony kit lens. It's only for APS-C. I imagine that there might be a version for Micro Four Thirds, and it's awfully cheap. It's under $100. I believe it's 80 or something like that. I put a link in the description down below. You can go check it out. But generally speaking, I will say that yeah, it's not something that I will use professionally for any of my photo shoots. I could take it on vacations. Let's say, especially when I go to Europe. Every time I go to visit my family in Spain, there are many places where like you are constrained, but the architecture is everything, like the small roads, buildings everywhere. You need something, an ultra wide. So this 40mm I think it's like a 20mm equivalent in full frame, and that is perfect for that kind of street photography in the streets of Barcelona. But yeah, I would not use it for any professional photo shoots. You can also judge by the quality of the samples. They're okay, they're decent. Like I say, a beginner will very much enjoy something like this. I personally enjoy the compactness, how compact and how light it is, but the image quality leave me wanting more. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. That was a short one, and if you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I'll catch you up in the next video.